the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
The play action fake. They'll look to rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Boswell good with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets...
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Once more, ETN.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Sterling Hofrichter now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Hardman on the return.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They go play action here on first down.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. He'll drop to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Mahomes now to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll set up to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. They'll set up a throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's the Chiefs punter now.
KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Switch.
Back to throw now on first down.
That's complete. Akue Bunam.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. Mahomes going to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Hamler now on the return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice...
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most often...
Touchdown, Broncos! K.J. Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Next to score, Chiefs 35, Broncos 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessful.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Etienne. A 1st down and more, Etienne, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just 1 big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab.
And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far,
he's got it at the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Denver. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This is the tight end, Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive, as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give running right, Etienne.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But
they've got his man complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
79 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go with Edwards left side. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
ETN once more.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Shifts by at the 15, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
They'll run with ETN.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. 20! 10! And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will